And there was massive protest action today on the streets inside Parliament, a story that rocked the country all of yesterday, social media, and today it echoed inside Parliament as well. A report that multiple politicians, journalists, even some people who are not in public life were on a list of about 300 verified Indian numbers who were targets for hacking. Now, opposition parties united today in alleging that large-scale spying was taking place by the government and it was taking place against people who were a threat to the centre. Now, among those who have been revealed as being on this list, here are the people. 40 journalists, 3 major opposition figures, 1 constitutional authority, 2 serving ministers in the Modi government, current and former heads, and officials of security organizations, and apparently even some businessmen, people like Prashant Kishore, Abhishek Banerjee, and even the lady who had accused former Chief Justice of India, Ranjan Gogoi, of sexual harassment. Her number was there on this target list as of people associated with her. However, the government not only dismissed the suggestion that it was involved in any fashion, it also questioned the timing, the veracity, and the agenda of these purported leaks, basically saying that this was done in a coordinated fashion right before the Parliament session was to begin, in order not just to derail the proceedings, but also to besmirch the image that India has and to show it up as some kind of authoritarian snooping regime.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का नाम बदलकर अब भारतीय जासूस पार्टी रख देना चाहिए। आपका परिवार क्या वार्तालाप कर रहा है वो सब अब मोदी सरकार सुन सकती है, जिसके फोन के अंदर भी पिगैसस का सॉफ्टवेयर डाल दिया जाए। ये इसका परिणाम है। अगर ये देशद्रोह नहीं, अगर ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा से खिलवाड़ नहीं तो क्या है? इनमें देशवासियों के किस किस के टेलीफोन्स के अंदर झांक रही है, ये तो पूरी जांच में खुलासा होगा और इस जांच के लिए हम कटिबद्ध हैं।
कि जिस तरह से ये जानबूझकर मॉनसून सत्र के समय सदन को डिसरप्ट करने और देश में बेबुनियाद एजेंडा खड़ा करने की कोशिश है। आज तो सुबह से उन्होंने हाउस को डिसरप्ट किया ना, बहस करें, दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा। तो हर चीज में जेपीसी, पहले कुछ आधार बताएंगे आप? हमें भी कांग्रेस पार्टी से संसद में बहुत सवाल पूछे।
Okay, and that's the question I want to take to our panel. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, along with Advocate Priyanka Tibrewal, spokesperson of DMK A. Saravanan, national spokesperson of Samajwadi Party Ghanshyam Tiwari, and national spokesperson of AIMIM Waris Pathan. Sanju Verma, today I heard Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, and what I gleaned from what he said, I couldn't understand the defense. Is it that there is no snooping, or is it, Priyanka Tibrewal, that everyone does snooping? So the BJP shouldn't be singled out. What is the argument? What is the defense? That is something that one cannot understand at this point. All right, I think we've lost both Sanju Verma and Priyanka Tibrewal at this point because this is a question I think they must start by answering. But while we get them back, Mr. Saravanan, the thing is that all these reports say that they are potential targets. How do you know snooping happened?
Yeah. We can find out whether the snooping has happened or not. They themselves have made it very, very clear that only if you verify the targeted phones, only if you analyze forensically the targeted phones, we would be able to find out whether they have been hacked or not. Until then, it is allegedly only. I think that is good for. But the question that is to be asked is, the question that the BJP has to answer is whether what the services, they used the services of Pegasus or not. That is the question. But nobody seems to answer that. And they are not giving a correct answer. They are not willing to disclose whether they were using Pegasus or not. They are giving only wishy-washy answers, which is not coming to the point. And
should there be a full disclosure? Has the Indian government used the Pegasus software or not, Priyanka Tibrewal?
Yes.
That still remains fuzzy.
So yes, of course. See, in our country, we have our law system, our legal system is there. There can be a disclosure. See, if the government, I think, has already spoken that there have been no unauthorized interceptions by the government agencies. And let me also remind the Congress person sitting here that the RTI is the best procedure to do so. This already happened in 2013 when the UPA was there. And there was this RTI applicant, Prasenjit Mondal, after which we came to know that 7,500 to 9,000 orders of interception of the telephones as well as emails were done by the government then. So if they are in a hurry, they can file the RTI applications and get the answers and responses. Because you see, there is a protocol for interception.
Okay, interesting. Ghanshyam Tiwari, instead of disrupting Parliament, file an RTI.
Yes.
Really? If BJP thinks that people of this country are absolute fools, they will dismiss this thing as an international conspiracy, not realize that there is only one organization in this country, just one organization, who can hire Pegasus. That is Government of India. And that too, given that ministers are getting snooped, so as the allegation, then it has to be the PMO or the Home Ministry. And they want RTI against the PMO.
No, that's not actually not correct. Any verified government says the NSO, which also makes all the state governments.
I want to say straight clearly, this sovereign government, there is only one organization in this country that can hire Pegasus. If this is proven wrong, let facts be put out. But internationally, this is a fact that has been placed. Second, that this government has not denied so far.
Okay, let's get this clarified first. Sanju Verma, is it correct that the center is the only one which can purchase Pegasus or any spying software? So it naturally has to be the union government which is spying on everyone. All these 300 people.
I want to make one thing very clear. The fact of the matter is that way back in 2019, when the issue of Pegasus was raised on the floor of the Parliament, no less than the Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, and then subsequently the then IT Minister, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, categorically said that no Pegasus or any other malware or any spy software has been purchased by the Indian government. Point number one. Point number two, there are 50,000 names that have come out today in the database, and apparently there are 300 supposed people from India who were being spied upon, and it is reported that close to 8 to 10 people found that their phones were also infected. Now let us talk about the dozen-odd cases of phones being infected. Tell me honestly, how is it that a Prashant Kishore who said he changed his handset 5 times and that his phone was infected, failed to speak about it for the last so many years? One day ahead of the monsoon session of the Parliament, suddenly the Pegasus spy software case blows up. How is it that Asaduddin Owaisi, who says that he was being tapped, had nothing to say all these years? Today suddenly he started ranting against the government. I am not somebody who believes in conspiracy theory, but the opposition has forced us to believe that in their visceral hatred for Narendra Modi, they decided to compromise.
No, but because the leak has happened now, why will Mr. Owaisi or a Prashant Kishore talk about it any earlier when the leak has happened now? When somebody investigating, Amnesty went to him and asked for his phone now. And they investigated it and found that it did have signs of hacking.
Let me complete, Padmaja. They have categorically put out statements in the public domain that they were aware that their phones were being hacked. So, if you were aware your phone was being hacked, why did you not go to an adjudicating authority? The Constitution, the law of the land gives you the right
Varis Pathan.
to file a
Varis Pathan.
complaint.
If you knew that your phone was being hacked, why did Mr. Owaisi not go to the police immediately and say, BJP is hacking my phone, here, take my phone and arrest them? Varis Pathan.
Well, first and foremost, let me tell you, Padmaja, right to privacy is a fundamental right granted by the Constitution of India. And hacking is a serious crime. It is not an authorized, recording or authorized, you call permission and you record. So whosoever does a hacking, whether the government or an individual, is a crime. Now the NSO has clearly said that the spyware Pegasus, they give it to the vetted government, the sovereign government. They don't sell it to any individual. So the government of India must come forward and make it clear whether they buy the software, and if they have taken, did they give the names of so many individuals for recording? Now the other thing which I want to bring it to your notice is that they said timings. Ravi Shankar Prasad also spoke about the timings. Now the monsoon session, is it there in Mexico, Hungary, everywhere? Washington Post has stated, Guardian has stated, and Guardian has shown one more thing today. This started from 2017 when the Prime Minister visited Israel for the first time.
Why is it?
Sanju Verma, have some courtesy when you were making your points. We were very quiet and silent. Please have some decency.
Why are you
Show
not
some
going
decency.
to the court of law?
Now,
I will
Padmaja,
ask you questions.
coming back.
One day-
No,
Why
let
is
him
the
make his
government
point,
shying
please.
away?
Let him make his
See, the
point. Then
journalists
you can
have
give
been
a
named. So many of the
you can give
people
a response in
before
toto.
the,
Yes.
Sanju, allow me to make my point. Don't interrupt. The name of the journalists are that the chief sitting judge of the Supreme Court. His name is there. Now, therefore, from 2007 to 2019, this was being done. In that period, there was this CA-NRC. CA-NRC was there. What happened to that? During this
But
period,
sir,
there was
how
some
do you
recorded
know?
telephonic
How do you
conversations
know,
of the,
Mr. Pathan? I just have a simple question.
Is this
How
not a
do
crime?
you know
And why the
that it is
government
being done
silent?
by the central
And
government?
let me tell you, this
How do
software
you
is
know
so
that maybe
costly.
it is not being
If
done
you
by
go
the
to
government
see,
of Pakistan?
or
Maybe
this
there
entire thing,
are people who are the enemy state who would want to stoop on prominent people within our country. Maybe that's the reason why you've got two sitting ministers in the Modi cabinet who are being snooped on, including Ashwini Vaishnav, who was defending the government today. Maybe it's some enemy state who's snooping on us.
And make not a fool of yourself. The block of the
Okay.
No, Sanju, I will not allow you to speak now. You have a habit of interjecting whenever the other panelists make their point.
If you may,
Now I will speak. No, when I was making my point, you were
No, let
interjecting.
Sanju
Now when
Verma
you are making your
respond.
point, we
Let
will
Sanju
interject.
Verma respond. Let Sanju Verma respond, then Ghanshyam Tiwari. Yes, please.
Monologue by you, it's not a monologue by you. It's a debate and I have the right to interject. The anchor will stop me when she wants to. I want to ask you one simple thing. Pranab Mukherjee said in 2011 that Manmohan Singh and his government was hacking his phone and tapping his phone. Pranab Mukherjee in 2011 was the finance minister of India. And what did Manmohan Singh say on the floor of the House? He said in the interest of national security, hacking is not illegal. And today the same Congress is giving moral bhashan to the BJP. The Congress is electorally
No, so wait, let me understand. Are you saying that there was no snooping? Or yes, there was surveillance, but it was done in the interest of national security? This is a question I asked in the beginning. What is your defense? That NSO software was never bought and never used for surveillance? Or yes, it was used, but for national security purposes?
Padmaja, why is it that the BJP has to prove
Sanju Verma.
everything? That the allegations are frivolous? What did the...
Because, madam, you are in government. You are in
Okay,
government.
so
And if citizens feel that the government is surveilling them, then the question will be asked of the government.
Let me respond, Padmaja. That's a fair question. Vaishnav clearly said that there has been no hacking or attempt to hack, point number one. Point number two, which is the laboratory which carried out these forensic tests, which proved that at least 10 numbers were infected. It is a lab that is owned by Amnesty International. Now, Amnesty International's FCRA license was cancelled in 2016. The Enforcement Directorate filed money laundering charges in 2019 against Amnesty, and today CBI is probing a 36 crore money laundering case against Amnesty. So why should the Indian government believe that Amnesty International's words are the last word on this? Amnesty International has its own...
Okay, answer that, Ghanshyam Tiwari. Your entire allegation is backed up by organizations whose credentials themselves are suspect.
Amnesty International...
First and foremost, I want to tell to every one of your viewers, there's only one agency, one organization in this country that can hire this company. That's Government of India, and they have not denied it. That's one. Second, the amount of money that has been paid is over $8 million, $7 million. That is for these accounts. That is a lot of money that has been paid. Third, for $50 million, that is whatever is the amount that has been paid. Sanju Verma would know. This government should say that how did the taxpayer money get into the hands of this company. Third, their own minister's wife, Ministers Mali, Chef, Smriti Irani's OST or secretary, whatever it is, it seems that the government does not trust itself. And these ministers who are wrong, if your personal space is encroached, it's not just about privacy. Your wife's phone
But
is
Ghanshyam
in
Tiwari, you know, just a second. While I think there should be an investigation into charges as serious as this again seems to be a chit bhi meri, pat bhi meri type of argument. If no government people would have been there, you would have said, hence proven, only those who are inimical to the government are being snooped on. Now you've got ministers apparently also in the list. You are saying this also shows that they don't trust their own people. So either way, the government is going to be in the dock. Doesn't that seem disingenuous?
Very simple. If the allegation is so serious on the ministers, this can happen to others. These ministers should subject their own phone, their wife's phone numbers, and others who are named to forensic, government's own forensic under the eye of a Supreme Court. This is serious. This means
Priyanka
either we are a banana republic or our.
This is completely, you can completely understand their mind that they have no constructive work to do and just to waste the time of the government. Now, when Mr. Waris Pathan was saying that yes, it is a fundamental right, yes, I agree that right to privacy is a fundamental right, and that is what, in furtherance of this, what has the government done? The Personal Data Protection Bill 2019, the Information Technology Rules 2021. This is construction, and what is destruction was in 2008. Now, these who are being so hypocritical, they should remember that when Section 69 of the Information Technology was amended in 2008, who was the Home Minister at that time? Shivraj Patil. Who was the Communication Minister of Congress, DMK leader A. Raja. And what happened? The rules were amended in 2009. And what were these rules? These rules are basically the rules according to which the interception and the electronic communication is carried out. So now these are the people who are talking about the things where the destruction started from themselves, and now they are so hypocritical just in order to waste time.
Mr. Saravanan, I think it's only apt that you respond because Mr. Raja's name has been brought in when he was in the ministry. At that time, it was all about security. Now it's surveillance. Mr. Saravanan.
Yeah. See, there is no questioning the government when they have surveilled using the due process that is available before law. The question now is, since even now there is no answer as to who had ordered Pegasus, whether it is ordered by the government or not. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad's statement today is again wishy-washy. He says 40 other countries have used it. Why you target us? That is the question. So is he admitting tacitly that Pegasus was used by the Indian government? And you were asking another pertinent question. So when the governments can only acquire that, well, how do you say that it is the Indian government? It cannot be. It can be an enemy government. It can be any other state government. In that case, if it is not done by the Indian government, then the Indian government has to be very, very, they have to do an in-depth investigation into this, because that is still more serious.
Sure, absolutely. And why the Indian government? The Indian police should do an in-depth investigation, and for that, every single individual who feels that they have the evidence to show that such unauthorized surveillance has taken place must, in the interest of our privacy as well, must go to the police and file mass cases against any such surveillance taking place. I'm going to leave it at that because I have a sense that this is something we're going to be talking about over the next few days as well, because more names, more lists are likely to come out in the public domain. But some big names right now on the likely target list. We'll be talking more about this next few days as well. For the time being, thank you very much, both gentlemen. Priyanka Tibrewal, Sanju Verma for joining me. But let me end with big news also. Times Now has actually accessed the affidavit which the Kerala government has filed in the Supreme Court in the case of the relaxations that have been made for COVID guidelines ahead of Bakrid. And like we told you, and like we broke at the beginning of the News Hour agenda, they have decided to back their decision, saying that COVID protocols have been followed and mass consultation was done with market associations and disaster management authorities. Our legal editor, Harish, has accessed that affidavit. You heard it first on Times Now. Thanks for watching.